What's up, guys? Jamie here, and today marks yes, it has been 26 years of The Undertaker in WWE. I feel like we were already just celebrating his 25th year. Like last year, I made a video celebrating 25 years, and now we're back at it again with a 26th year already. Here are my other Undertaker posters. Gotta rep the dead man. Last year, the date November 22nd fell exactly on a Sunday, that it was exactly on Survivor Series pay-per-view day in November. And obviously the date November 22nd is not always going to fall on a Sunday. However, he made his debut at November 22nd, 1990 at Survivor Series. So however you would like to count that, on Survivor Series Day or on the day November 22nd. But either way, it's been 26 years. What I absolutely love about The Undertaker, and I'm not just saying this because I love him. Obviously, all my usernames are Jamie Loves Everything. You know, Jamie Loves Undertaker, Jamie Loves Taker. But his ability to remain on top for 26 years and to be continuous and relevant, and he's able to morph and evolve through every year and just work through the times. There's not really any wrestlers you could say that do that. He literally has had a complete character change. You know, obviously the original Dead Man. Then, you know, I'm not going in any particular order, but you know, you have the Ministry of Darkness. Then you have a complete change of him with the biker gimmick, you know, American Badass, Big Evil. And then you have back to the normal Dead Man gimmick. And for him to completely, or any wrestler to completely change their gimmicks, you know how much it doesn't work a lot of the times. But him, it worked. And a character that was supposed to be quote unquote kind of silly and not really make it far, he made it for 26 years with this character. And you know, a character that's supposed to be dead, and the character that he portrays wasn't really meant to go very far, like I said. It wasn't really meant that there was really much you could do with it. But Undertaker took it. The man behind it, Mark Calloway, took it, ran with it, and made it very successful in WWE. 26 years in WWE. This guy is just fantastic. From the Hell in a Cell matches, from the gimmick changes, from the persona, from his entrances, from his WrestleMania matches, from Buried Alive, from being 21 consecutive wins, even though he lost one. No one will ever be able to duplicate it. Nobody will be able to have that many wins at a WrestleMania, at the grand stage of them all. So my favorite matches from The Undertaker would have to be a lot of them, but I would have to say anything from Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, any Hell in a Cell that he's ever been in. And I also like how recently he looks in great shape. I also love about him that his amazing dedication and passion to the business. He is absolutely amazing. He actually cares. He cares about the business. He kills himself to put on great matches, and whatever he decides in the future, you deserve a big send-off. You're amazing, and enjoy the rest of the clips fans sent you if you ever watch this.
How's it going, everybody? Razman's Reality here, and thank you so much for everything you've done to the legendary The Undertaker as he celebrates 26 years in WWE. I mean, when you think about the character of The Undertaker, I mean, it's a pretty silly concept. Like, Vince comes up with this idea, or whoever it was, I'm assuming it was Vince. I'm pretty sure it was, but, you know, comes up with this idea and says, we're gonna have an Undertaker. We're gonna have a guy who pretends to be dead and walks around and scares people and rolls his eyes in the back of his head. And then, to make the character even more morbid, a couple of weeks down the road, we're going to bring in a guy by the name of Mooney and rename him Paul Bearer and really take the creepiness to the next level. And it went from that to sort of de-evolving that idea to a more human character, like proving that he was alive, but yet at the same time being the Lord of Darkness and doing the whole Ministry of Darkness stuff. And then whether you like it or whether you don't, I know it's controversial at that point in his career, but the whole big evil American badass period. And then returning to the Dead Man and sort of becoming a mix between the two, because once you had that character in people's minds, that couldn't go away, that he was still a person. So he kept some of those traits and some of those moves, and in my opinion, that created his best matches ever with Shawn Michaels and Triple H and on down the line. So I'm really, really happy that he's still here. After, at the time of this recording, after last night on SmackDown, the 900th episode of SmackDown Live I'm referring to, it looks like we might get to see him even more. So I'm just beyond thrilled by that. Just, there are no words to say thank you to you for everything you've done for the business. Like I said before in previous years when we've done this celebration video, I believe that if there was a Mount Rushmore for wrestling, yours would be one of the first faces on it. So thank you very much for shaping this business and making WWE what we know it to be today. You're an incredible person. Thank you for everything.
Hello guys, welcome to Project Back at it again in here for the 26th anniversary celebrating The Undertaker, and it's really cool to be able to be doing this and being able to give my thanks to The Undertaker, especially entertaining us each and every year, especially at WrestleMania 2 with his entrance alone and being so special, and seeing him basically once a year now as a really cool, not just attraction, but really cool story to see who would be facing him each and every time. It's always special, and it's hard to say for me what my favorite matchup would be, but anyone who's ever faced basically over the years, whether it be Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Edge, Randy Orton, just to name a few, even Kane himself. So a lot of great memories with The Undertaker, especially when he was wrestling full-time, when he was wrestling on SmackDown and stuff like that, and for both brands, but mainly he would wrestle on SmackDown and stuff during the draft. And when I did get to actually see him wrestle on TV, I was able to see him, I believe, just a couple of times at a live event, I believe one time, and also at the Royal Rumble 2008, which is really cool. So doing this little special video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Definitely check out the rest of Jamie's videos. So that is my special thanks to The Undertaker, celebrating 26 years.